Hello everyone, how are you doing tonight? Just getting started here. Thought I'd pop in and do a project that I haven't done before, but I've seen quite a few people do them. It's called a reverse canvas. So I'm going to painted it with some acrylic paint, and I bought this kind of paint. It's on sale this week at Hobby Lobby. This one's called Heather Gray, so it kind of gave that little bit of a whitewash look to it. And I just took a baby wipe and just painted the whole frame with it. And I left the gaps and stuff in it because I want to give it that rustic look, since I am going to be using our vintage truck transfer. And so I'm going to, give me a minute here, I'm going to share to my groups. Hi Cheryl, how are you today? So I'm just getting ready to set up here and share to my groups and stuff, and then we're going to get started on the project. What you're seeing on the screen is, if you're local to me in Sterling Heights, Michigan, I am going to be hosting a create and take at Hobby Lobby. And so this is just the flyer of the info. The class is going to be costing $40. And what you will get in that class is a transfer, 2 chalk paste in your choice of color, high ray, and a chalkboard to go with it. And I have a sample of what we'll be creating, and you can pick whatever colors you want. The one thing you won't have, but I will have available to you, is the fonts, so that you can, hi John, so that you can put your name on that on the board. And then every month, once a month, I'm going to have a create and take at Hobby Lobby, and the price will vary, but will be between $35 and $45. You will always get a new transfer and a choice of 2 chalk paste colors. And it will be the same size transfer, so if you want to bring back the same board every time, you can. Otherwise, you can purchase a different board for the next month. That is going to be totally up to you. I will have specials during the create and take for my people who attend. Hi John, how are you today? So this is going to be the create and take for May. I haven't decided what we're going to do for June yet. I'm still kind of working on that. So if you want to attend my class and you are local, put on in the chat line, create and take, and then that way I can send you to the group for the information and how you can sign up for that. I do need to have all payments to me and reservations by May 1st. Hi, Alan. So I just took the canvas, and I'm going to use the back side of the canvas off of the frame, and then I just painted the frame, like I said, with acrylic paint and a baby wipe. So gave it that whitewash look. So I'm going to just set that off to the side. So this is the base of my vintage truck. We're going to do that in this color, which is called aquamarine. Give it that old time feel. So we're just going to start stirring up chalk paste and start putting colors down now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Couture has only been around less than a year, and I joined in August last year. It started in July, so shortly after it started, I joined. And I am just loving this. This is a wonderful company to work with. And even if you don't have any craftiness to you, you can still do this. I know there are several ladies in our group who have grandchildren that are like 3 years old and are making projects with this product. They are just loving it. It's a very easy and very forgiving product for anybody to use. Hi, Elena. Hi, Joan. How are you guys doing today? So we're just creating a spring-themed vintage truck frame today. So I'm going to scrape off the excess right back into my jar. Okay, and I am all done with this part of the transfer, so we're going to just pull it up. And I kind of made some marks around my frame so I can make sure I stayed within the frame. So I'm just going to heat this up to dry it, so we can put our next layer on there. Cord is stuck. Yeah, it's a new product, Elena. It's called Couture, and basically you use these transfers. They have a silk screen in them. So this canvas will lay flat once I put it back on the frame, but I will show you. This is the other part of the trunk. So you can do layers. So in there's that fine mesh. It's a silk screen. Hi, Tamitha. So that you can keep layering, do layers and stuff. You just have to make sure each layer is completely dry before you lay it down. So I'm just lining this up. Make sure there's no bubbles in the truck transfer. Oh, I'm going to move this down just a tad on this side. So you want to try and make sure you get it as lined up as perfectly as possible, because we're going to overlay colors. So my next color I'm going to be using is white for the main part of the truck, and then I have just a little board here I'm going to put brown on. So I'm going to cover up my aquamarine. So I'm going to do the white first and give it a stir. And it's it's a little thick, so we're going to put just a touch of water in it today. That's what's really nice about the chalk paste, is that they are water-based, so they will wash off. And even if you get them on clothes or anything, it will wash right out, because I've gotten it on quite a few things and it doesn't stain. It washes right out. So we're going to set that off to the side here. I'm going to get another squeegee for the white, and I'm just going to start squeegeeing it down. And I want to kind of avoid this piece right here. So I'm going to turn it so I can get the rest of the truck. So how's everyone doing tonight? And I'm going to leave this on just a little thick for right now, because I don't want it to dry too fast before I finish, because this stuff does tend to dry kind of quick. And hi, Tara. We'll make sure we get it all covered nice and good. And I know I'm putting a lot on here, but we can take it all off. And I don't want to get anything on there, so we're going to put that. And make sure it's all covered. Okay, and we're going to just set that off to the side for right now, so I can do the brown really quick. Give it a quick stir. And it's a little thick, so we're going to put just a dab of water in it. And give it another stir. You don't want it too thick because otherwise it won't pass through the transfer. You want it kind of yogurt type consistency. So that's a little bit better. Let me grab another little squeegee here. The squeegees are just like a little silicone, and the original size is like this. And then I've cut them either into thirds, halves, or quarters. So I'm just using a quarter piece because I only need to do a small section here. So I'm going to go upward across the top of this board. So we got our little... This truck transfer is really, really popular. I was in Hobby Lobby yesterday and I couldn't believe how many things I saw with like this type of vintage truck on all the new home decor that's coming out. Hi, Melody. I like this truck. It kind of reminds me of one that my dad used to have when I was growing up as a kid. He had a Ford, 1956 Ford, so it kind of reminds me of that. I bet you it turned out really nice on a shirt though, Mel. I might have to try that. So I'm going to just scraping off the excess white here. And putting it right back into the jar. And it looks like I might have had a bubble in my transfer right there. So we're going to make sure we get it on there. Okay. And I'm going to have to wipe my hands off. So there's our truck. Okay. Yeah, my white kind of went down through here a little bit, but I can fix that by just painting over it with the color paste afterwards. It's not a big deal. So this is the first time I've done this type of thing, so gotta practice and learn. So it doesn't matter if we make mistakes, that's how we all learn. So I'm gonna just close up my white and my brown chalk paste. Then I'm gonna let this dry. Okay. And I'm going to bring this back over here. I've got some little paint brushes that I can use to paint it. I like this color. That aquamarine, I'm almost out of it. I got to order some more. So, it's probably one of my favorite colors besides purple. So we're going to dry this up a little bit. Thinking I should have used a different color on top of the truck because that white's not showing up that well, but I'm hoping that when I put other colors around it, it'll pop it up. Could always lay the transfer back down and put another color on it if I want. I've got a tan color that I had made with white and the white and mocha, so I might maybe go over it again. We'll see. But in the meantime, we're just going to let it be. And I've got the flowers that lay in the bed of the truck. And I'm going to try and do a little bit of individual colors here, on here a little bit at a time. I'm going to close this one up. Hi, Sherry. So we're just going to lay this down over top where I put that brown. And I'm going to try and make sure I get this as flat as possible. right here. So I'm going to do a little bit of green in here, and then I'm just going to put some colors all over. And I think I'm just going to do a swirl effect with the colors for the flowers, just to give it some, make it look a little different, because it's going to be hard to do each flower different. So I'm just going to put some green in there for the leaves, and I'm going to use lime green to go in that. And I'm going to stir this up. And that's just a little thick too, so we're going to put just a dab of water. Okay, and then I need a small squeegee. I'm just going to put some green through here. For these look like they're tulips right here, I think. So we're just going to kind of wheedle those in a little bit here and there. So I'm going to do a little bit right here. And I think I'm going to do a little bit right here, because that's a stem coming up. And I'm going to just going to try and put it where the stems are. It's not going to be easy, but we'll play with it. Okay. And then I think for the flowers, I'm just going to put a little bit here and there of the different colors, and then maybe just swirl it together. So I got some pink, which is our bubblegum color. And I'm just going to dab that on here a little bit for the tulips. Hi, Deshauna. How you doing today? So we'll fill some pink in for the tulips. And then I have another canvas that I'm going to do that it's like on a regular canvas. It's not the reversed. I did a little bit of like a cloud background painting on it. And I'm going to put a saying on it. So we'll do that one real quick after we finish here. So we're going to just do a little bit of purple here and there. This one is lilac. And as you can see, this is probably my favorite color because I've used it quite a bit. It's almost empty. So it's time to order some more. So I'm just going to dab this here and there on a couple of different flowers. And we'll do this one too, purple. We'll do some purple down here. And then we'll do a little bit of purple down here. And then I got some yellow. This is our lemon yellow. This is another one that I really use a lot too. And I've got them all on order again. So we're going to just add some little bit of yellow here and there. So we're going to do some here. And I'm not going to try to do any rhyme or reason with following the shapes because they blend in so much. I'm just going to put splashes here and there of color. And then I've got some azure. Oop. I'm going to stir that one up. And this one's another one that I'm almost out of because they're kind of my favorite go-to colors, I guess. I got to start branching out a little bit on some colors. So we're going to put some blue over here. And then we'll do some blue over in here. And then we'll do a little bit right in here. Okay. And then I got some periwinkle. Just kind of like a bluey purple. I might add a little bit more yellow right here. And maybe a touch of pink right through here. Break it up a little bit. Hi Dave, how are you? So I'm just going to add a little bit of color here and there. And then we're going to do the periwinkle and stir that one up. That one's too big. So we'll just kind of fill in the rest with this periwinkle where I can. And if the colors blend, they blend. Not a big deal. Gives it some interesting effects. You're on break, Dave? That's good. Did they still have pizza when you were there? They had pizza earlier today at work. So I'm done with that color. And set all these lids off to the side. And I'm just going to kind of take my finger and rub them in a little bit. The colors, just so that they blend down in a little. We'll do some pink. Well, that's not good. You didn't get any pizza. And then we're just going to lift it off. Not too bad. Like I said, first time doing this, so we learn as we go. I'm just washing my hands off a little bit here. I got chalk paste all over them. But I'm thinking, I might have to change this color of the truck. I don't like that white. So we'll play with it. Let's see. Like I said, I got this canvases. They were pretty inexpensive because they were on sale. Or not on sale. They were like a 6-pack for $10, and then I used my 40% off coupon. So I got them a little cheaper. So and then I got some little butterflies. I figured I'd put them around in a couple of different colors. So we'll do some pink butterflies. And maybe some blue. I'm just going to wash this off really quick so we can reuse it quickly. So this is for when I want to just do something real quick. I just wash a transfer off this way real quick so I can reuse it. And then I'm going to put it down right here. And we'll do some purple butterflies. And then one more time, clean it off really quick. And then we'll put one more time down here, and we'll do some blue. Okay. And this canvas is not that big to put any. Bye, Dave. Have a good night. So, the canvas is not very big to put any words on it, because everything that I have is really big titles, so I didn't have any small titles to put on there. So, I'm not going to put any words on it. But I think what I'm going to do is rewash the truck transfer, and I'm going to redo this truck. I am using Clorox wipes to clean them off. You want to use some type of disinfecting wipe to clean them off. It gets the silk screens cleaned really good. Thanks, Sue. Thanks. Hi, Patricia. Oh, Chris is there tonight. I'm sorry for you, Dave. I'm just going to close up the chalk paste that I'm not using anymore. And I'm going to find my lighter brown that I'm going to use. I'm going to redo that top of the truck. You're welcome. Yeah, these transfers, they clean off pretty easily. Just a little bit of water and then a Clorox wipe. And I'm going to clean this because I got chalk paste down here. I don't want to get it on anything else. Purple lid. So I'm just closing up all these jars real quick, and then I'm going to clean off the top part of the truck transfer again, and I'm going to lay it back down and put it over the, and do a different color on top there, because I don't like that white. It's not showing up very good. So I'm going to use paper towel to wipe off my area. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the other one. Maybe I'll just do the other one tomorrow, my other chalkboard that I was going to do. It's not it. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Well, I'm going to clean this top transfer off again. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the water bath. I gotta wash some of the chalk paste off of it. Okay, so I'm going to just bring this over here and I'm going to clean the transfer off. And then I'm going to dry it quickly so that we can reuse it. And dry my area. And then I'm going to dry the top of the transfer first. Okay, with some paper towel, make sure it's nice and dry on top. And then I'm going to dry the thing, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to pat dry it, because then the stickiness will come back quicker. See, it already started coming back. So that I can lay it back down. But I got to dry my flowers off, so I'm going to set this off to the side just for a second so we can dry the flowers really good. Because this transfer is going to cover these flowers. When I go to put this back on the board, it'll stretch back out. It won't be warped looking and stuff, because you'll staple it back to the frame. Okay, that's all set. So I had just mixed some white with mocha, and I made this kind of brownish color in one of my old white jars. Well, I'm going to put some water in it because it's a little thick. So we're going to stir it up really good. Whoop. Dried chalk. That's the one thing. You want to make sure that you kind of clean your sides off a little bit so that you don't get the crusts. And I'm really bad about doing that, and I need to be better about it. So we're going to just stir this up. Get it to come back to life, which it's looking really good. Nice and yogurt-like looking. So I'm going to lay this transfer back down. It's already all dry again. And we're just going to line it back up as best we can. And I'm going to make sure that I don't have any bubbles in my transfer. So, nope, I gotta bring it down a little bit. I'm gonna line this back up first. I think that'll work better. So we're gonna go, well, it's as close as I'm gonna get it, I think. It's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. Hi, Kim. Sue, it's close. Sand is a little bit lighter. This actually dries darker than what it looks like, because when I made it for the antlers on our Wander in Free transfer. I didn't have a light enough brown, and I didn't like the colors I had, so I created my own. I had an empty jar and made it. So, and I think I have probably just enough to do what I need to do with the truck. So I'm going to make sure I've got no bubbles as I'm scraping the paste down. And I'm not worried about that because it's going to be underneath the frame. Yes, I have used the truck before, Kim. I did in my Easter board. I think if you look on my if you look at my Couture group, you'll see it posted. I did a picture of my I made an Easter board with it holding a bunch of Easter eggs in the back of it. So I'm just going to scrape off the excess right back into the jar. We don't want any lines. And I might have to do a little bit of touch up with the aquamarine after this dries. And that white kind of makes it pop a little bit. So, oh, that's good. I like that. That turned out much better. Even with that white in the background, I didn't get it lined up perfectly. But these little white spots right here, I'll just touch them up with the aquamarine. With a paintbrush. And then here's the frame I made for it. So once it's all dry, it'll go in this frame, just like that. So some of the flowers are going to be off frame a little bit, which is fine. But I used an acrylic paint to kind of whitewash it with I used a baby diaper wipe, and this is called Heather Gray. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to look and see if I can find some words that are small enough to put there. Something spring saying. Thanks, Kim. So I'm going to let this dry. And then I'll just do touch-ups here and there on that aquamarine for later after it's dry. But up in the description, I have a link to my store. If you want to purchase any products or take a look at our catalog online. Also, I have a VIP group. There's a link up there, and you can click on that link, and it'll take you right to my VIP group. In that group, it's for customers only. Sorry, no designers. I have an April sale special in that group right now that is exclusive to me only. And if you would like to learn more about my Create and Take at Hobby Lobby coming up May 16th, here's my flyer that I have posted. It's at Hobby Lobby right now. I'm taking sign-ups till May 1st is the very latest because I have to place the order so I get it in time for the event. And the chalkboards are being purchased at Hobby Lobby. You can I will be purchasing them for everybody at the class. And again, here's a sample of what we're going to be making if you're interested. just type create and take inside the chat line there, and I will hook you up with all the information. So if you have no other questions, I will say goodbye for the night and have a great evening.